Hello, my dear students. How are you all? Hope all of you are fine by the grace of Almighty Allah. As you know, due to this pandemic situation, we cannot take your class, but we are always conducting our classes through online. Hope all of you are watching these classes. So, welcome to online class of Milestone School and College. Now, see, this is me, Sushmita Chakraborty from Sector 13, Subject Teacher of Bangladesh and Global Studies. Today, your classwork number will be 32 and the topic will be Chapter 6, Lesson 6. We have already completed up to Lesson 5. So, today we are going to start Lesson 6. So, let's start some previous discussion. As you have already read from Lesson 1 to 5, I hope you won't have any problem here. Okay, so I'm asking you some very easy questions from here. Okay, so what is called humanism according to our culture? I hope all of you know this answer, isn't it? Yes, you all know this answer, I know. The answer will be what? Due to the symphony of versatile culture in our culture is called humanism. What? The symphony of versatile culture is called humanism according to our culture. Then go for the next one. What type of religions are observed to celebrate? How many kinds of culture can be practiced within a single country? We know mainly in our country we see that 4 kinds of religions are mainly 4 kinds of religions are observed. Okay, are observed, and these are celebrating in their own ways. How many kinds of culture can be practiced within a single country? Many kinds of culture can be practiced within a single country. But we know culture is mainly divided into 2 types. One is what? Abstract culture. Another one is concrete culture. Now see, which kinds of songs are still found to be sung in rural village? We have also read this answer, isn't it? Bhatiyali, Shari, these songs are still found to be sung in what? Rural village. Not only Bhatiyali or Shari, that is Gambhira, Murshidi, or different kinds of songs are there, which are still found to be sung in rural village. Now go for the next one. Which food is the main food of our culture? What? Do you know this? I hope all of you know this. What it is? Fish and rice. That is rice and fish. Rice and fish is the main food of our culture. Mainly it is an inseparable part of our rural village. Okay, it's an inseparable that we cannot make ourselves separate from this. Okay, so this is an inseparable culture of our rural village, rural culture. Let's go for the next. So today we are going to start from chapter 6, lesson 6. And what is the title of this lesson? Impact of culture in individual and group life. While I am talking about one, okay, about myself or only one particular person, that means individual. And when it will be about so many people, that time it is called group life. And culture has impact in individual and group life in a different way. Okay, now see, I have given here some pictures related to this. See here, a cultural framework, the culture, which things are related here: religion, values and attitudes, law, politics, aesthetics, technology, then material culture, language, symbols, social organizations, education. I have just kept all these things here for making you much more and so that the thing has become much more easy for you to understand seeing this picture. Okay. Now go for the next. Culture has a special impact on individual and group life. Culture develops beliefs. So again see, culture has a special impact on individual and group life. Culture develops beliefs, concepts, ideals and values and controls the individual's behavior. So what are here? That culture develops what? Beliefs. The things which we believe are actually related to our culture. The ideas, the things which things are still in our characteristics, these are actually come through our culture. Okay, now go for the next thing, that is what? Values, that by which we can understand which thing is good, which thing is not good. Okay, these are values and controls the individual's behavior. So culture develops beliefs, concepts, ideas, and values, and also controls the individual's behavior. While you are belonging a culture, your attitude, your way of behavior will also be related with your culture. Okay, so see here, for the interest of group life, culture makes the society strong and disciplined. What? For the interest of group life. What like? Interest means what? So that others will be benefited. For the interest of group life, culture makes the society strong and disciplined by teaching mutual cooperation, fellow feeling, and interdependence. If we don't have if we don't know how to make a mutual relationship, how we can help each other, if we don't have the feeling that someone is in need, I need to help him. Okay, so if we don't have these kinds of feeling, that time our life will not be a good one. Okay, our cultural life, our social life will not be social, will not be a good one. So actually culture has relation with these also. Your culture will also mm, help you to learn all these things, such as we know that we are Bengali. According to our culture, we are very much friendly, we are very much jolly, we like to we like to mix up with all the people, so and we all like to make a good relationship. But sometimes we also feel conservative in some things. The way trade in, that is we see in the foreign countries, we don't go through in their values, we don't like their values, the way of their life, sometimes we don't accept it. Okay, so see here, culture makes a person elegant and polished. So you will be much more sophisticated, much more developed, much more polished, much more elegant. Okay, by what? By your culture. Now see, it simplifies the development of an individual. So as I have told that it is related of one's development. Culture simplifies the development of one of an individual. Then go for the next. Education is a part of culture. What? Education is a part of culture. Then see, so culture create desires in a, see here, education is a part of culture, so culture creates desire in a person for acquiring knowledge. As we know, without education, no nation, no culture can develop. Okay, so education, schooling system, being actually knowledgeable through different way is a very important thing for making yourself a good one, as well as for the cultural and what? And social development. Now see, education is a part of culture. So culture creates desire in a person for acquiring knowledge. By getting educated, a man ensures welfare. That is, yes, I am being development. Okay, it's my welfare. By getting educated, a man ensures welfare for himself and for his society. If you are not getting the education, you can never be a helpful one for your society as well as for yourself. Okay, so education is the thing which is must for the development of yourself as well as for your society. And go for the next. For instance, that is for example. Okay, for instance, according to the what? According to the cultural customs and rules of Bangladesh, an offspring respects his parents. What is the meaning of offspring? Offspring means what? Offspring means child. Okay, an offspring respects his parents, takes care of them. According to our culture, what do we know? What do we understand, or what do we think? We think that a child will always, whenever he will be grown up or whatever it is, he or she will always obey his parents, his elders, okay, takes care of them. If he does not do so, then what will happen? The society condemns him. What is the meaning of condemns? Condemns means that others will start talking negative things about him. Which things? Negative things. That he is not a good son, he has not been with a good way of nurturing, he has not been nurtured well, he is not with good values, that's why he is not taking care of his families, his parents. Okay, it is an expected culture of our society. In this way, our culture controls the individual behavior of the people of this country, provides guidance. So again, see, it is an expected culture of our society. What? That child will respect his parents. In this way, our culture controls the individual behavior of the people of this country, provides guidance. So in this way, what happens? In this way, our culture control our behavior. Okay, control our behavior of that is individual behavior, that such as your behavior or others behavior that is of this country, and provides guidance and provides guidelines how we can pass our life, how we can live our life well. This guidance we get from our culture. Then go for the next. Now see, again our social unity becomes stronger through the religious festivals. See, again our social unity, that is the people, those who are living here, our social unity actually becomes stronger through how? Through which things? Through the religious festivals. Not only actually through the religious festivals, any festivals that we are celebrating together. So it is making our social unity stronger. Cooperation. Sorry, I want to show you one thing, that is, see, now you can see properly. Again, our society unity becomes stronger through the religious festivals, cooperation, fellow feeling, and now see, cooperation, fellow feeling, and good thoughts develop among the people. So, cooperation, fellow feeling, and good thoughts develop among the people. How? While the religious festivals are unitedly celebrated, that time the relationship among us, among the people, becomes more developed. Okay, become more developed. And go for the next. See here some of the pictures like Eid. Okay, during Eid people go to mosque for taking their prayer, for asking their prayer. This is a picture of the way Hindu people celebrates their pujas. Okay, this is about Christmas, this is about Buddhas. Okay, the way they actually celebrate their Buddha Purnima or such festivals. And some other festivals which are related to our social, like Pohela Boishakh, then others thing which are related to our country, like Independence Day. Then we are celebrating also what our different kinds of things, different kinds of festivals related to our liberation war. Okay, Independence Day, Victory Day, our mother language day, all days are also celebrated here. Now see, let's go for the next. Marriage is a major family and social ceremony in the culture of Bangladesh. Through marriage, kin relationship, that is the relationship of relatives. Okay, kin relationship is created between two families. We know one family is from bride, one family is from groom. So while there is one marriage is conducted, two families becomes one. Okay, there is a kin relationship, a relationship of relatives. Okay, it becomes created. Now see, the social relationship that is formed through marriage has an obvious impact of culture. So where there is social relationship that is formed through the marriage has an obvious impact of culture. So when there will be a good relationship, it will also impact of culture, has an obvious impact of culture. So from your culture you will get to know how the relationship will be there. Okay, so it is actually so on these relationships there is an impact of culture. Now see, however, cultural impact differs from country to country, society to society. So what it is, that our culture, our lifestyle, everything differs from one country to another country and society to. So I think all of you have understood that marriage is a very major family and social ceremony in the culture of Bangladesh. Okay, we always take it a very important part of life. So I think you all have understood this thing. Now go for the next. See, this is the, as we have already completed the whole chapter. Okay, that is chapter 1 to chapter 6, lesson 1 to lesson 6. All the chapters have been finished. So today I am going to discuss CQ1 also. CQ1 for making this much more easy for you. Okay, so that you can understand how to write this. Now see, let's see the question. Antara went to village with her father. Her cousin Shulekha likes to take panta rice and fish in her breakfast and listen Batiali songs. Antara got upset when she was given rice and fish in the breakfast because she takes burger, paratha and omelette in her breakfast. After finishing her college education, she spends her time using internet. So have you noticed it? That actually here we get lifestyle of two individuals. Okay, and also get a very good uh, sight that one is from rural culture, one is from urban culture. Now let's see the questions. What is concrete culture? Culture is not static but changeable. Explain. Which culture of Bangladesh is reflected in the Julekha's case? Then number D, do you notice the impact of globalization in Antara's culture? We have got two characters here. So one is Julekha, one is Antara. Very easy we can understand. Julekha is from the rural culture and Antara is from what? From our culture. That is urban culture. Yes. Let's go for the next. See, knowledge-based question. The number one question A, which contains 1 mark, is called knowledge-based question. Actually, this answer will be written in only one sentence, but this one sentence will be very much accurate. Okay, key answer should be very much accurate. Otherwise, you will not get a single mark. 1 mark, you will get 0. So you will have to be very careful. What is concrete culture? Concrete culture means elements of culture which can be seen with our eyes. Okay, so the things which can be seen, which can be visualized, these are from the concrete culture. Okay, now let's go for the next. Competency based question, that is number B. This is called competency based question. Here it contains 2 marks and you will have to write it in 2 paragraphs. Okay, first of all you will have to write down the thing which has been told and then you will have to explain little, not much, very little. See here, culture is not static but changeable. We have read this in what? In lesson 5 also. Okay, so culture is not static or permanent. Okay, so it will not be as it is for always. Also it can also change. So it is that's why it is called changeable. Geographical environment, weather, method of production, etc. play a special role to build up the culture. So which things play special role? Environment, weather, method of production, etc. play a special role to build up the culture. For making a culture much more boost up, or for boosting up a culture, it is much more important. Which things? Geographical environment, weather and method of production. Then see, as a result, culture differs from country to country. Again, many kinds of culture can develop in a single country. Hence, culture is not stagnant. What it is? It will not be as it is. Okay, it is rather it is changeable. It is not the whole country or the whole culture changes. Some major aspects, some of the points, some of the issues will be changed, some of the parts will be changed, not the whole one. Okay, sometimes we see we are taking some culture from the foreign countries, but we are not changing ourselves as a whole, little bit. Okay, so we are getting also, we are adapting some from there. We are getting we are trying to be with also those styles or systems, but also going through our own culture. So culture can remain unchanged for a long time. Okay, some major aspects of culture remain unchanged for a long time. Now go for the next application based question. The number C, in one question you will get A, B, C, D, three portion. C, which where you will have to write down the answer in 3 paragraphs. In first paragraph you will write what you are getting. Okay, you will convey the message that you are getting from there. Then in second para, in the body part you will describe, and in the third para you will explain that with the what, with the stem that you have got, and you will also have a connection with the first para and with also the last paragraph of this question. Now see application based question, you will gradually develop this one, the idea. Such, see here, which culture of Bangladesh is reflected in the Zulekha's case. According to the stem, it is understood that Zulekha resides, that is stays, okay, resides in the village, and the culture she maintains, it represents the culture of rural village. So we are just giving the answer here. Now see, now we will tell about which culture she belongs to. We will talk about that culture. We will explain it there. Rural culture differs from urban culture. The main food of Bangladeshi culture, rice and fish, is still an inseparable part of rural food habit. Though it is a culture of Bangladesh, but it is still an inseparable part of rural food habit, not ours. That is not the what urban food habit. Okay, urban people's food habit is not still there. It is being changed. Many regional songs like Bhawaya, Bhatiali, Murshidi, Baromashia, Gambhira, etc. reflect the happiness and sorrows of the rural people. So these songs are expressing the expressions of rural people. The way sometimes we are hearing some movies from Bollywood, Tollywood, or so many others foreign countries, okay, but they are still much more attached with this rural songs. They are also hearing the songs of other countries, but much more the way we are still not related to the what rural villages songs. They are much more attached. Okay, in the geographical environment of the village, there are ponds, rivers, canals, bills, mountains, seas, fields spread up to the horizon, etc. The occupations like farming, pisciculture, boatmanship, etc. contribute to constructing the rural culture. Can you see all these things have been written from the book? Okay, so and I have already made you understood this lesson before. Now see, from the mentioned stem, we can get the lifestyle from food habit of Zulekha, which picturize the lifestyle of a village living girl, which also reflects the differences between village and urban places regarding dress, lifestyle, and thoughts. So from the mentioned stem, what we are getting the lifestyle food habit of Zulekha. Okay, who is from a village, who is from who is representing the village culture, and we can understand very easily understand the differences between village and urban places in their choices, in their dress, in their lifestyle and thoughts also. Now go for the next. Do you notice the impact of globalization in Antara's culture? Give your opinion. Define globalization, first paragraph. So I am just giving you some hints, and you will write in yourself. Okay, because teacher will not write the whole. You will also have to work for it. I am giving you the clues how you will start. You will first write about globalization. What is globalization? Globalization is a what trend which has been developed in this modern era, and which has made the connection and the what communication among the countries much more stronger. It has made the whole world and bring all the whole countries in a global village. Okay, then you will write about what mention about Antras. In the second paragraph you will mention about Antras culture and urban culture. What is urban culture, which things are there. Then like geographical environment of the town, occupation, mechanized life have built up the urban culture along with traditional culture of Bangladesh. Here we find modern buildings, plenty of motor cars, etc. You will develop these these points in second paragraph. See the third paragraph, what will you write? You will have to write this in four paragraphs. Okay, that is higher thinking order. You will just develop the order one by one. Then you will write down the mention, and then you will write the impact of globalization in urban life. Here I have written mention the impact of globalization. So you will have to mention here the impact of globalization in this third paragraph. You will write the how rapid industrialization is impacting the life, development is communication, improved technology, mechanized life. These all are the actually impact of globalization and how it is impacting our social life. You will have to write. Last of at the last part, you will close it this way. Due to being practiced with urban culture, it has become difficult for Antara to adjust with rural culture, and that's why she faced troublesome situation while she went to village, and globalization is the main reason for this incident. Okay, as globalization, due to this globalization, she has been actually habituated with a mechanized life, much more busy life, much more what different life than the village life or the rural life. So that's why it has become very much troublesome for her to adjust there. So see here, I have made all these things very much what I have kept all these things in a order so that you can very easily understand the thing, and you can also make the whole question just taking all these clues. I hope you will not have any more problem here, because I have very um, I have point out all these points very well, so that it will not be a troublesome matter for you. Okay, let's go for the next thing. I'm going to ask you some question. Which elements play a special role to build up culture? What it is? That is weather, climate, geographical environment. Okay, all. What type of culture is recognized by the occasion of Chaitra Sankranti? That is trading farming culture. Well, which culture you must have read to in the whole complete sentence? I am just giving you the key answer. Culture is not static but changeable. That I have already told that it is not permanent. It is changing, but it is not changing as a whole. Okay, some of the aspects are being changed, not wholly. How many types of culture is found in our society? Mainly two types of culture are found in our society. One is what? Concrete. Another one is abstract. Which songs tell us about the river dependent people? That is Bhavaya, sorry, Bhatiyali, then Gambhira, Asari, then these kinds of songs tells about the what? River dependent people. Mainly Bhatiyali and Sari. River dependent people. Now see the homework. Okay, what will you do? I have told you how to write, and A, B, C I have written for you. Okay, you will also write in your way, taking all those clues from there, not as it is. And number 4, I have given you the clues. So using all these clues, you will complete all these. Sorry, not all this. This CQ. You will learn this and you will write this, and also revise this chapter. Okay. So that's all. So this will be homework number 32. Homework number 32. So what will be the homework number? Homework number you will write in your copy. Classwork number 32. Homework number 32. Book exercise will be what? CQ1. You will learn and write it. So thank you all for your what? As you are waiting here, as you are watching our classes, those who are watching our classes, I feel you are helping not yourself but also your future, because we don't know when we will actually when we will get our normal life. But as this situation is going on, we will have to cope up with this situation, thinking about our future, for a good future. Those who are in class 6, you will go to class 7 later on, so you must have to be in very much attached with your lesson also, because after 2 years JSC is again coming. So that's all for today. Hope all of you will be fine. Thanks to all of you. Stay fine, stay safe. So this is me, Sushmita Chakraborty, again telling about myself. So that's all for today. Okay.